Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 18 of My Kids Think I'm Cool, but podcast holiday special. For 25 days, I will be interviewing an international living abroad and how they celebrate Christmas in their home country and how they celebrate Christmas in the new country they live in. It could be anywhere from Denmark, Netherlands, France, Philippines, anywhere around the world, even in the US. And today I have a special guest from France, and she lives here in Denmark. Let me see if I could say your name right. Aude-Aline?
Aude-Aline.
Aude-Aline. Okay, I was
Really
almost
close.
there.
Yes.
She lives in Denmark with her husband, and she has twins. And now we want to talk about a little bit how she celebrates Christmas in France, and then how she celebrates Christmas here in Denmark. But before we get started into the Christmas celebration, Audrey,
Yes.
I don't get the right accent.
That's
I have such
perfect.
an American accent.
It's really good.
Can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, sure. So I'm French, and I moved to Denmark 6 years ago with my family because we have been in Denmark before. I was doing internship at the French embassy in Copenhagen, and we really liked the country. And when I got twins in France, so they were born in France, we thought it was better to raise our kids in Denmark. It's the perfect place for a family and also for more opportunity to get balance between professional life and personal. I think it gives more space for that, and we didn't have that much. It was too stressful in France. So it was first my partner that got a job at Siemens as an engineer, and I'm educated as an international legal counselor. But I just got my diploma when I moved to Denmark. So when I moved, the first 2 years I learned the language. I went to school to learn Danish. Then I got a job to sell product to France, and then I stopped because it was really not at all my field. And I started to create my own company, which is a doula, where I support international families mostly, so they can settle really with their family in Denmark without the support of maybe their family that comes from their own country. So that's how it is. And my kids are now 8 years old, and we live in Silkeborg because it's a beautiful city with beautiful nature around, and that was one of the reasons we moved here also. So yeah.
Awesome. I also like Silkeborg, and I think I always say the city wrong. Rue
Yeah.
next to
Yeah.
Silkeborg.
Yeah.
I think it's so beautiful there. The forest, the water, like everything. I
Yes.
think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Little inland for me because I work in Aarhus, and it still takes forever
Yeah.
to get on the
Yeah.
highway from there. But let's get into the Christmas spirit. How do you celebrate Christmas in France?
Okay, so I will speak from my point of view, but also extend a bit to how people probably celebrate in France.
Yeah.
But France is a very multicultural, ethnical country. So there's not only one way to celebrate, I would say, compared to Denmark, where there's more a common tradition. But basically, we will celebrate the 24th evening with a dinner. Some people maybe will go for a church if they want, but it's not so often, but it can happen. So it's mostly family that gathers, and we eat. People will eat fish or oysters, or then can have maybe a piece of meat or turkey and some little vegetables to the side, or mashed potatoes, or different types of sides dishes. And then for we have a traditional dessert for Christmas. It's called la bûche, which it's this form of as a tree, like a tree you cut like a log,
Okay.
It's a log, and it's supposed to look like a log that you just cut, and it can be in different taste of mousse or different all kind of taste, chocolate, strawberry, and there's a bit decoration on it. People will eat also cheese and drink wine the whole dinner. Some people will exchange gifts after the dinner, and some will, if they have small kids that are tired, they will do it the 25th in the morning. The kids will wake up pretty much early for once, and they will open the gift under the Christmas tree. So we have also Christmas tree, but unlike the Dane, we don't dance around. So it's more put in the corner than in the middle. And that's how people can classically celebrate. In my family, that's how I celebrate it. We gather, have a bit appetizer, then dinner, and then in the morning we open the gift all together. And normally in my family, the evening we will sing together some Christmas songs, just before eating, just for us to celebrate.
Oh, so it's almost similar to other traditions of singing, because I've actually talked to a few, and it's like, oh, singing is a very big part of Christmas, and that's actually really nice to know. And then in Denmark, it's more of the dancing around the tree.
Yes.
So that I also just incorporated that moving to Denmark, and my first year I was like, what, you dance around the tree, and the tree is in the middle of the room,
which is so annoying. It takes so much space. I mean, it doesn't work well, I think, but that's how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. And then but now that you're celebrating Christmas in Denmark, how are you going to celebrate it now in Denmark?
Well,
are you going to keep the same traditions, or kind of change it up a little bit?
It's pretty much the same. I think it's pretty much the same, but we incorporate, for example, the Nisse, the small trolls. So we have a small door for it, and it has it can make some silly things in the weekends. So last time I put all the shoes out, or I can put their clothes in the oven, or things like that, to just to show it's there. And we give a bit food to the Nisse.
Yeah.
And I think it's I think compared to Santa, I think it's a more funny tradition, because Santa is just something kids believe or not, but the Nisse, they believe it more because it's something more funny, more that is part of your daily life. And it comes every week to maybe give a small gift, and that's something we incorporate.
Yeah, I've never had kids in the US. I've always had them here in Denmark, both of them, and as growing up, I never had the Nisse, or in other countries they call it the elf on the shelf. So I never had that. So it's actually fun to do it. It's like, oh, what trick should we do for the kids?
Yes.
And actually, the fun one that my husband and I couldn't control ourselves is we put mustaches on the kids.
The kids, that's great.
And so they had, like, both of them had different mustache, but my son was a bit different. It was harder to put it on him because he's only one.
Oh,
so
but were they sleeping or not?
Yeah, when they were sleeping. So
okay.
We're horrible parents. We also did it on ourselves. So
of course.
They didn't feel left out or anything. So we did it on ourselves. But the whole time we were doing it, we thought the kids were going to wake up, because we were just like we just couldn't control ourselves laughing.
And that's a good trick.
Yeah, it's a fun little trick if you want to do it on your kids.
Yeah, I think it's fun. For this weekend maybe, because I'm running out of ideas, so that could be nice.
Same here, actually. When you said put the clothes in the oven or put the shoes out, yesterday I was like, what am I gonna do? So I actually took my daughter's all her Barbie dolls, and I just set up the tree, and I put it all around the tree, and then and then the stuffed animal on the tree. So because I'm also running out of ideas, but the clothes in the oven, I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah, it's just their clothes. Or I have a boy and a girl. I can exchange their clothes or underwear. So in the morning they will be like annoyed because, ooh, it's my brother's underwear.
Yeah,
or something like that. So
I think this is such a great experience for the kids and the parents, because it's just fun to do.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it. sometimes I enjoy doing the mustache, but then some nights like I forget and it's like 11 o'clock at night and I really want to go to bed and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh man, I
Yeah.
forgot. What am I gonna do
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, that's it. But that's why I do it only once a week. I don't
Oh,
do
you're
it every.
smart. We're doing it
Yeah.
every day.
Oh my God, you committed to something very serious.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. I do every weekend for the Advent gift.
Now you can do the
Uh,
mustache. That one's actually fun.
yeah, I
I
should
don't know
do
if it's
that.
fun for me or the kids,
Yes, I
but
think it's cool, but it's just like some morning they can be in a good mood and some in a bad mood. Some days they will think it's funny and some not, but they have to learn to laugh at themselves a bit. So we can all have together a bit fun.
yeah. And you're gonna do it on yourself anyways, because we
Yeah, I
did. I
will.
had a
We
full
will do
like
it.
beard.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Since you incorporated the Danish, some of the Danish traditions, have you done like the Yule calendar or the candles on the tree? Because decorations is a little bit different too, or is it more or less the same?
I think it's more or less the same, but I guess in Denmark they put the level a bit higher, also because the weather is so great that I put more candles than I should, I guess. And don't not on the Christmas tree. Something about it doesn't. Maybe some like electrical one, but not
Yeah.
real one. What did we do? Yeah, we put a lot of small decoration that the kids have made from the kindergarten or school. But yeah, that's mostly what we add. But it looks a bit still like what we have in France.
Yeah. I realize here that they're all about making their own like Christmas decoration. I think my daughters
Yeah.
come home with so many Christmas decorations. I'm like, why do I
Yes.
even need to buy any?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like I have a whole bag full from like because she's 4. Your kids are a bit older, but
Yeah.
mine's 4 years old, and she's been coming home with Christmas decorations. She's with 2. And I'm like,
Yeah.
there's so much.
Yes. Me too. I have so much, and some are like, well, it's not really my taste, but we still put it there, so you have to accept it. And yeah, I think it's nice. They use the clay to make a different crown to decorate the house, and I think it's really creative. I'm not really good at the one where you have to cut and make all of those stars and
Oh
complicated
yeah.
art. I'm
I
not
don't have
so
the
good at
patience
it.
for that. Or
No.
the heart with
Yeah.
the handle. I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
what that is, but yeah.
Yes.
My daughter, when she goes to the grandparents, I love when she brings them home. I was like, wow, I'm like, you brought home like 10.
Yeah. Yes. That's nice.
What do you like about Christmas in Denmark compared to in France?
Well, I think the thing about that it's really like such a big common tradition that all of them have. Like I know they will eat the same food, they will dance all, and it gives a kind of community sense that I
Hmm.
probably don't feel so much in France. It's just everyone has his own tradition and it's nice. But here it feels like a whole country celebrates Christmas suddenly. And well, I like that the parents also are so involved. I remember the first time we went to the kindergarten. We've been invited. So they were 3 or 4 years old. There was a Christmas tree, and we
Hmm.
had to hold hand together and dance with the kids and the parents. And they all know the songs, the Christmas songs, and the parents were really involved in it. And I don't think it would have been the same in France. Maybe just a bit, but mostly the kids will be singing. And here
Hmm.
it's everyone, and I like that they keep the kids kids spirit in it. I think it's really nice for that.
Yeah, and also you already know what to expect. Like I was
Yeah.
surprised that it's like everyone eats the same food,
Yeah.
everyone sings the same song, and then
Yes.
everyone dances around the tree. The only thing different is the gifts, but other than that, it's very structured. Like
Yes.
once you know it, you know how it's going to be for the next
The
however
next.
long you live in Denmark.
Yes.
Versus if you're from France, I'm from the US, it can be completely different every
Yeah.
year depending on whose
Yes.
house it is.
Yes.
If
Totally
it's not in
agree.
your house or it'll be someone else's house, it's a
Yeah.
completely different tradition and a different way. And so
Yes.
I actually had to get used to, I don't know if you felt the same way, but I had to get used to the tradition of not changing, that I had to keep it the same food. You can't change it. You can't change, you can't bring something different to it.
Mm,
It has to be the same exact food. And that was actually the culture shock for me,
yeah.
uh, celebrating Christmas here, is you can't change the food, you can't change the
Yeah.
dancing, you can't change anything. It has to be the same thing every
Yeah,
year.
exactly the same potatoes and so on. And for me, I was lucky. I mean, in my family, we're French, so we do we we change so much things. So we don't have to follow those rules. But for for Danes, it feels like for them it has the taste of Christmas. But for
Hmm.
me, Christmas is not only just eating that type of potato; it's just the atmosphere I can create. So
Yeah.
I don't mind. But I really understand if they like it that way. I don't think I can eat every year the same, but uh, but um, but that's how they do it. So
Yeah,
but,
and that's how it is, and I enjoy it, and it's once a year, and it's everyone's super happy. The kids are happy. It's
yeah,
like, why not keep it the way it
yes.
is? What is one thing you do miss about Christmas in France?
Mostly family.
Mm.
I would say that's the only thing I miss, because here I have all the tradition, the gathering, the food, the celebration is pretty much the same. And what I miss will be just being with my family, or that they are closer, and that's it. I mean, otherwise, I think it's great for
Do
that.
you usually spend Christmas in France?
No, in fact, the first 3 years we were in Denmark,
Mhm.
and last year we were celebrating in France with my parents. And
Okay.
that was nice, really nice. The kids were happy also, just to be spoiled and to have like for me it's so related to my childhood. I mean, I've moved a lot in my life with my parents, but I will say the Christmas with them has been always wonderful. So I
Hmm.
was happy that they could try it. I guess they are happy with the Christmas we celebrate home,
Hmm.
but I was happy also that they could try the Christmas I had.
Yeah, and experience it. And I think that's
Yes.
nice to share that with your kids. It's like, this is
Yes.
how Christmas for me when I grew up.
Yes.
And also the Christmas they have here, it makes them more multicultural and
Yeah.
know their parents' background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
thank you so much for sharing your Christmas and a
And
little
you're
bit about
welcome.
yourself, living in Denmark.
Yes.
And for the listeners, thank you for coming back and listening to day 18. If you want to find out which country is for day 19, you'll have to come back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, everyone. Bye.
Bye.